I saw a post on Alice in Wonderland. It was the rabbit with like the clock and all that. And I was like, I bet people don't know what that really is, right? So I was gonna explain it. Video probably 1 of 3. So people say, why don't God just kill Satan? If he's more powerful than him, why don't he just kill Satan? Why don't he just, do it? Why does he allow him to? Because Satan is not somebody else. Satan is not an adversary. Satan, or evil, negativity, there's matter and there's the antimatter, right? NASA says the antimatter, or the antichrist, or the adversary, the opposite, the negative. That's just polarity. That was a tool, it is an incentive tool to push you like fuel to go through trials and tribulations to learn something. So polarity is a tactic. It is a tool to learn, to gain perspective and experience. Right? Pain is premature enlightenment. So, and you until karma becomes dharma, then we won't need it no more. Dharma being full, everything goes full circle, and we're back to the one consciousness, right? So love and hate are not opposite. They're on the same spectrum. They're at the same frequency, just tuned over here or tuned over here. Be like, I hate you, or I love you. It's the same passion. The opposite of loving something would be void or indifferent. You're just indifferent about it. It's just non-existent. But passion and that's the opposite of it. But love and hate, it's not a war. This life is not God, heaven versus hell, or good versus bad. That's a tool that we use here. That's the main tool that we use here to learn. But really, the war here is love versus fear. You love everybody like it's you, because it's all consciousness, and it's love versus fear, if you have to put a label on it. The opposite of love, right, is indifference. So opposite, O-P-P-O. So there's opposite right there, O-P, and then you go opposite, P-O, opposite. That's why they spell the word like that, opposite. There's opposites in the word. That's just a little side thing, right? But this density life, we'll leave that part out. But consciousness, we'll go to this. Consciousness, Alex Jones described it like this. Consciousness is like how there's no place for God, right? He's in the sky, right? It's just picture it in space, right? But it's everywhere. Consciousness is like a comet, moving and learning, going through life trials, whatever, just nowhere, right? And then there's a corona of evil at the end, but it needs that almost as rocket boosters, because that evil constantly nipping at it is pushing it, because otherwise it would just be sitting there. Like, you need that evil to be constantly devouring you so you could better yourself and go. You need something you need a motive, so it wants a little bit of that evil, like testing it. So it has an adversary, right? So this is why they have the occult images of the snake eating its own tail. That's what this place is, right? God's consciousness. So this life is considered the hero's journey. God, one consciousness, goes in his own mind and has the amnesia effect, because if you didn't have amnesia and you knew you were God, this wouldn't be very fearful or wouldn't be very exciting. Frankly, we get caught in this role. I know I'm guilty of it every day. I get caught in this role. It's so serious. We're just dreaming. It's really not that serious. I mean, it is. I mean, take it, enjoy your role. And if you don't want to believe it, then you really want to believe that this is, do whatever if you want. I mean, we created this for a reason. If we all woke up, then it wouldn't be much of a game. So I don't know if I only want to wake up the people that want to wake up. If you want to continue this dream and taking it very serious, you can do that. But God is everywhere. We're in God's mind, right? God is not at temple. God is in your temple. But he's both, because he's everything. God is the phone. God is a consciousness. This is all just consciousness. And I'm just a perspective, right? So God is at temple, and he's in your temple. As above, so below, right? You look up to the microcosm and then the macrocosm. Everything is God. As above, so below. The whole universe. So if you look inwards, the universe is you in reverse. It's you in reverse, as above, so below. It's a system for your soul, which is a perspective, a solar system, to to gain perspective and experience, you know? It's like, how does God know everything? Because how does he know what I feel? Has he been through it? Yeah, he literally is you right now. He's me, right? Like, that's consciousness. I'm conscious, you're conscious, that's consciousness, that's God. So God knows how you feel, because not from a other party, or look at, he knows because he is you. That's God. You're God. You're not God powerful, but you're a piece of it. You're conscious, so that you're God. Everything conscious is God. So he knows what it's like to be in your shoes, if you can say he, but you know what I'm saying? So, oh, and a solo, like a soul coming down here, a single soul. This is what Alice is a single soul, a soul lowering its vibration, which is a soul low, solo, a single perspective going, a soul going lower in vibration with amnesia to experience this. This is why when you're at a too low of a frequency and things start to get evil or dark, and you start to get whatever, religious people, like they want to raise the lowered. So raise the Lord, raise. You're trying to raise the lowered frequency, and then, you know, religions have been indoctrinating people and steering people off the path, but keeping it parallel enough to be where you see where it's kind of true, and then you believe it. But they're smart with their tactics, and then they lead people astray. They don't teach you to look inwards. They tell you that God is outside of you. Seek salvation from something. Try to get his attention, which is half true. And I was guilty of looking for God on the outside. I fell victim of this religion. And then, I'm getting a little off track for a second. And then I overcorrected too much. I ended up learning about spirituality and how we're conscious and God. So and then I had this bitterness towards religion, but it was the people that made the religion to control societies. So I was bitter against it. So I was mad at religion for wasted energy. But what I'm saying is that I overcorrected, and instead of looking outwards, I only looked inwards. This is the same as an atheist or a Satanist. But do it thy will, and it's my way. What you need to do is pray to the higher power, the you, because I'm a piece of God, I'm a perspective, I'm not powerful like the one consciousness, the God. So I still pray, talk to the higher power, the God, the consciousness, and then also know my powers, how I'm a piece of God, and what I can make. I make this reality. I can go in and get my wishes and my desires, and this could be law of attraction. Like, I'm more powerful than I was told. So you go inwards and you go outwards. As above, so below. Okay? That's all I was trying to say. Now, Alice in Wonderland, right? That's what we're talking about. People with multiple voices in their head, or alter egos, multiple alter egos, much less quintillions of alternate egos, would be crazy. You'd be like, that person's crazy because they don't have full control of their mind. They can't make a single rash and confident decision because they're at odds in their own head, right? This is why in Alice in Wonderland, when Alice goes down the rabbit hole, which is us coming out the birth canal, and then being thrown into this wonderland, we don't know what she's dreaming it, because she don't know it. And then she goes on this adventure, meeting all these other people, and in Alice in Wonderland, they all symbolize something. But we're not going to get into that. The rabbit is anxiety, but I'll get to that later. The Mad Hatter symbolizes the one consciousness, because that's the God. But it doesn't symbolize the sane God. It symbolizes the insane God from our perspective, because there's no such thing as time, right? So when one consciousness, when God decided to do this, to go in his head and dream and forget that he's God and have this adventure of life and all this, and living all these things, when it decided to do that, it's over. Like, it did it and then it's over. So it's in the blink of an eye. So if you were sitting next to God, you could ask him, he's still there. Like, it was in a blink, all billions and billions of years. Life as we know it is over like that, because there's no time, right? So God just did it. He was never crazy. But when you go into time and you get trapped in the hands of time, from our perspective, there is no single consciousness anymore, because the consciousness is split and we've lost our mind. So life, as far as we can ever remember, God has been insane technically. I know it sounds bad, but that's what they're depicting with the Mad Hatter. So God is Mad Hatter, but from trapped in the hands of time's perspective. So you're insane, God, because all these perspectives are all. That's why she's going crazy, and it's like, because he's lost his mind. This is also why Alice in Wonderland, you notice they always have a clock and it's melting. You're trapped in the hands of time, and the hands on the tip are the hands. So they're telling you you're trapped in the hands of time. It's all right there. Like the rabbit is anxiety, right? He's always nervous and scared and hopping around. Well, that's a polarity tool. Because what is anxiety? Anxiety is you're anxious about what? Anxious, anxiety, jealousy. They're all what? They're cousins of fear. Fear. What is fear? Antimatter. Right? That's polarity. You need that polarity. Pain is premature enlightenment. You need that polarity. You use it as a tool to get where you want to be. And then you drop that from your attributes. You just get the experience from it. Karma becoming Dharma. All right. That's Alice in Wonderland. I'm going to make it part 2.